Hey everyone, it's Nelson Miller here with PA Creative. I'm the creator of the Divi Taxonomy Helper plugin, and today I have a feature update version 1.2 of this plugin with some new features. So let's take a look at everything that's new. So this plugin is definitely one of our smaller plugins, but we still give it love, and we still are always improving it, just like we do with all of our plugins with continual updates. So the first feature I have written here is probably the biggest one, and it's about dynamic content support in our module, the taxonomies module that we have. When you're on a category page and you have subcategories. So yeah, that was like a pretty big feature request we got. So if you have categories and then you have subcategories, what about when you're viewing the parent category? And I get this. Like, this makes a lot of sense, especially, I mean, on blogs and like on a WooCommerce store, makes a lot of sense. So if you have a page or if you have categories set up, like here I have fitness, and then this cycling one, you can see this dash is like it's under fitness. Like if I edit it, you can see it's like the parent category is fitness, right? So there are clearly, on our demo website, a lot of under fitness is cycling, exercise, hiking, running, swimming, whatever. So the question came in, what about when I'm viewing the fitness page? So you could see any blog posts that are in that main category. But what about categories in that main category? So I think what I'll do is actually go to the theme builder here real quick and just show you really quick of what we have there. Category pages. Inside the custom body for that, we have our module. Now again, this is the category page. So we have like the category title up here, the category image. Remember, our plugin adds the image dynamically. That's one of the main features of our plugin here, putting the featured image in here for a category. And then here we have our taxonomy helper module. And the main thing here, make sure you have dynamic taxonomies in current post enabled. That's like saying enable dynamic content, basically. So when that's enabled, you won't be able to select from the list. That's because it's dynamic, because now I have it on this category page. Now let me go to the actual page. Okay, here's the fitness page that we were just viewing. Here's the title, here's the description, and by the way, here's that image that's in the background. Here are the subcategories. Again, any blog posts that were in fitness would show if I had the blog module. But now I have categories, so now let's say I want to read blog posts, or even if it was a WooCommerce store, shoes, I want to buy shoes in the running category, then I could click on here, go to that page, and now this page is where we will have that. And I just realized we have an issue. We will fix that. If there's none showing, we'll hide the module. Anyway, sorry for not seeing that before I made the video. Let's go to the next feature. Selected taxonomies can be sorted. Basically, when you have the checkboxes there, I can show you from here. So when there were multiple checkboxes here, if I go down through here and I start selecting which ones, prior to this version, then if I would go down and try to use the order by title, these kind of things, order ascending, it wouldn't work. It wasn't compatible. And basically, we've made that compatible. So now you can select things, and instead of them coming in the order of C, C, F, F, in order, now you can use the order by features. Next is support for extra theme. So yeah, there's people still using the extra theme by Elegant Themes, very similar to Divi. In fact, with most of our plugins, the support works perfectly fine, but there are just a few tiny things that need to be in the code adjusted so that it thinks it works with extra, if that makes sense. And so now we've added extra support. There was a couple things, I think, using yeah, I forget what it was, something with categories, but anyway, it was something that wasn't quite working in the extra theme, and now we've updated that. Transition effects. So whether you knew this or not, all the modules and rows and sections in Divi have this transitions, but I found that they don't usually work. Or at least maybe depending on which version I was on, I'm not sure. But then I realized when we made our module, and again, they're in this advanced tab right here, transitions. When we made the module, when we copied all the settings from Divi, they weren't working at least. So then they were not working in our module. So when you would hover, let's say we had, I don't know, like let's say something changed on hover, like the background color, right? So let's say I had, green, and then when I hovered, it turned to pink or whatever. When I would hover over it, it was like instant, which in the builder it's going to be. But now on the front end, it's going to do it according to this. So that's 300 milliseconds, or if I want to have a delay, or if I want to change this right now, I can, and now it will work. And lastly, I just want to remind everyone that we released 35 free demo layouts for this plugin. You can see them here. We kind of have them categorized as like blog posts, projects using the portfolio, projects, post type, WooCommerce, and then events, like for the events calendar. So you can see and again, this is just our take on some design. Nothing really that fancy or crazy, just showing you what can be done. And yeah, these are available to download. Keep in mind you will need to add your images and descriptions. That isn't something that we can export. It's just not something we can do. I really like that new feature where we can click on the entire thing. That was in version 1.1, I think. Yeah, just a lot of these like nice demos. Get a hang for what we're doing, how we're setting these up. So it's 35 of them, and yeah, that's all there is for that update. And if you have ideas for this plugin, like where you want to see this going, we love your suggestions, and we love even just these little like fine-tuning improvements. We continually want to do that with all our plugins, as you know, if you've been around or a member of our Divi Adventure Club, you know that we are always updating our plugins. So we want to do that for you. Thank you. I hope you've enjoyed this update, and we'll see you in the next video.